weeks away from our first day of a new school year. And this year, I have some really exciting plans for our first day of school. We've never really had an official first day of school celebration. In the past, I've kind of added in resources and curriculum little by little. So we've never really started a school year with all new curriculum, all new school subjects. But this year, I've decided to do something a little different. Throughout the summer, we've been finishing up a couple things that were left from last school year. In the next week, we'll be wrapping up pretty much everything that we have left over from last school year. And I have all of our new curriculum on the top of this bookshelf. I shopped way ahead of time, so the girls have been looking at this curriculum for months and months, which I think has really built excitement about using these new resources. I really want to make our first day of school exciting. And so I have some new ideas and some new traditions that I plan on starting this school year to make our first day of school really fun. These ideas could be useful if you homeschool, but also if you send your kids to a traditional school. So stick around and I'll share with you what our plans are for our first day of the new school year. Hello, welcome to my Familia Homeschool. My name is Marissa. I live in Miami, Florida with my husband and my 3 daughters. We are a family that has chosen homeschool as the way that we will educate our girls. On this channel, I love talking about all the homeschool things and all the mom things. So if that is something that interests you, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you can join us in the future. Like I said in the beginning, today we are going to be talking about first day of school traditions. And for us, this is our first year starting these traditions. We've never really had an official first day of homeschool. This year, I want to make it really fun. So I've come up with a list of ideas that we are going to add into our first day. One idea that I've seen all over the place, and I think it's going to help our first day of school start off really special, is a special breakfast. Now, this could be something as detailed as book-shaped pancakes, or you could keep it simple. We're gonna keep it simple. I have a baby. Sometimes we don't sleep great. Our mornings are usually a little bit crazy, so we're keeping things simple, but it's still going to be special. I got these wild berry muffins, and I think my girls are going to be really excited about them. They call muffins cupcakes, which I'm okay with, and they're not all that different either, if we're honest. We pretty much rotate through the same things each week for every weekday, and so having something special that normally doesn't happen on a day of the week, I think is going to make our first day start out super fun. The next thing I did was pick up some really fun school supplies for my girls. I've put those fun school supplies in this bag, and I made a reel over on Instagram showing everything that I'm putting in these bags, but an example are these fun little pencils with a donut erasers. I think they're gonna love them. We have things like notebooks, stickers, fruit snacks, all kinds of stuff. Most of this stuff I found at the Dollar Tree, so it wasn't super expensive, but I think it's going to make our first day very special and exciting for my girls. The next thing I got for our first day of school are some fun books about homeschooling. These have been on my Amazon list for a long time, and I finally picked them up. We are going to be reading Charlie Goes to School, Mama, Why Am I Homeschooled? And This Is My Home, This Is My School. I'm so excited about this book. I've been looking at this book for like 2 years. Our library has his Building Our House book, and I loved it so much, but they don't have this one, and I'm kind of glad because I am so excited to add this to our library. My plan is to build our collection of books about homeschooling as we go through each school year, and I think it's really special because there's not a ton of books out there that relate to this experience that we live. On top of these homeschooling books, I requested books from our library about what school looks like in different parts of the world. Since our school experience looks different than a lot of people around us, I think it would be really fun to see what school looks like in other parts of the world. I'm sure you've all seen the All About Me pages that a lot of kids fill out on their first day of school, and we did one of those last year where you ask the kids what their favorite color is, what their favorite school subject is, what they're excited about learning. And it was so fun to hear their answers to these questions. This year, we're gonna shake it up a little bit. So we're going to use a lot of those same questions, but I'm going to sit down with each of the girls and ask them these questions and record a video of my interview with them. I think this will be so fun to look back on years in the future and see them express their interests and their loves and their favorites. I can't wait to see what they say. Another thing I plan to do on our first day of school to make it really super fun and different is come together and play a game all together. I am not really a board game person. We have a couple educational games and it's just not something I pull out often. But I do want to do more of this in the future. I know it's great for bonding and for learning, so it is something that I want to add into our days. This year we are going to be learning about the states and their capitals, and so I found a really fun game that will help us learn about those things. And that's the game I plan to pull out on our first day of school. Another idea that I found as I was Googling different ideas to make our first day of school really special is a first day of school card or note. I plan to write a card to each one of my girls about how proud I am of them, about the gifts and talents I see in them, and how much I love and enjoy being able to learn alongside of them. My girls love it when they get cards, and so I think this is going to be a super great addition to our first day of school. Of course, we can't have our first day of school without first day of school pictures, so that's another thing that will be definitely happening during our first day of school. We'll put them in a fun dress and take some pictures to commemorate our first day of school. And our final celebration for our first day will be a fun treat. I found these fun smoothie bars that I know they're gonna go crazy for, so this will be our way to finalize our first day of school. I hope you found some of these ideas helpful in planning your first day of school. I would love to hear if you have any fun traditions that you do every year to celebrate the first day. If so, leave them in the comments so I can hear more about what you have planned and maybe add some of them in to our first day. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you can join us in the future with My Familia Homeschool.